We're going to cover some of the shotguns that are most commonly used in cowboy action shooting. The one we're going to start with is the Winchester 97. This is a replica of a Winchester 97. What it is an exposed hammered pump gun. So what we're going to do, if you're just getting started in this game, I'm going to first cover the easiest way to load it. The easiest way to load this gun is one shot at a time. And what you want to do on that is just reach down, grab one round, and most people that just are single loaders is what we call them, will have single loops. These are happen to be double loops. But you come down, you grab that one round and grab it just like that with the point of your finger here. What that does when you don't have it, it's just the same as putting your finger in there. You have something to guide it into. So what you do is you come down, you grab that round, you look at the port, and you just simply put your finger into it and fire the round. So it's just down, in, and fire. And if you'll notice, I'm moving the gun as I'm going and shooting. I'm not staying still, stopping, dropping, then moving. So you want to grab it as you're moving. The simplest way to do this is just reach down, grab, fire. Then once you fire, you're back to here. Just reach down, grab that next round, same way, looking at the port, put it in the port, and fire. It's a very fast and effective way to do it. It's not quite as fast as some of the other techniques, but it's a surefire way to learn how to shoot a 97. The second load I'd like to show you is the double load. In this game of cowboy action, we have flipper targets that actually flip a clay bird up in the air, where you'll knock that shot down, and then that bird will go up, and some of them only go 6, 8, 10 feet in the air. So people are sometimes a little apprehensive about, like on the single loading, if you fire the shot and then that thing's going to be going down, the bird's going to go in there and they get all nervous and they drop that round, the bird hits the ground, you got to miss. So some people like to do the double load to ensure they have that second shot readily available. So let me show you what the double load is. The double load is, and the way I like to grab these shells is take that thumb right in back behind the shells with the middle finger coming in the center right here. Now I bring these fingers down the side so when I pull those shells out, I have good control over them. So what a double load is, I come down, I grab those shells, and I bring out the bottom shell and drop it into the chamber. At the same time, I'm bringing the butt of the gun up underneath my armpit and then just clamping down on it. What that does is allow me to close the shotgun. Now this one just goes up underneath and you push it in. And as I'm pushing it in, I usually start releasing right here to where I can bring the gun right up to the shoulder and fire 2 shots. You have a fast follow-up shot. The next load I'd like to show you is a 2-drop system. What this is, and this is the one I personally use, is you're grabbing these shells the same you do with the double load with the thumb behind, middle finger, 2 fingers here, and you're pulling the shells out like this. But this time, other than going underneath with the second shell, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the bottom one in just like the other load, then I'm going to come back, grab it, close the gun, fire, and as cock the gun, and I fired it with the middle finger, I come in this side, drop it in, and fire. That's what the 2-drop system. Now there's a couple of different ways of actually firing the gun. I use the middle finger. Some people like holding this shell and using the regular trigger finger to fire it, come in, and drop. I personally prefer the middle finger because it's in the gun. The shell is more apt to be away from the gun, so if I get any recoil, it's not going to knock my shell around a little bit. But also, the shell's up higher in this position than it is in this position, which is a little easier to get to the chamber. So once I fire, I can come in down to the side. Here, you can tell it's a little bit longer. Either way works, and we're talking about just a very, very little time on either way. So just whichever one you practice is what you're going to be good at. Now under speed, this load should look something like this. Comes in and it's very quick. You just go in, you drop it, and it's very easy to do. The last load I want to talk to you about is over the top. Now in this loading technique, what you're going to do is reach down and grab these shells, thumb behind, hand on top, so you come out, there again you have good control of them, and then we're going to just simply put them into the chamber. So what you want to do, you want to come down, reach for your shells. As you're coming up, bring the round in, and it's important that you bring it in with a little bit of nose forward other than trying to hit it flat, because if you hit it flat, you're trying to get the shell into the chamber this way. If you keep it nosed up, you can come back here, you can be in here, and the shell will go on in. So what you do is you grab that shell, you come in, you drop it, you roll the gun up, fire, and from here, after you fire, if you'll just roll that gun up a little bit, and you can just do it with your elbow, you can come, you can see the port. You have the other shell in your hand here. You just nose it in and fire. Now, I'm a right-hand loader, but I've learned how to load the two-shot over the top, and there's a reason for that, because sometimes we shoot out of scabbards in cowboy action shooting. And what a scabbard is, of course, you go into a scabbard and it's usually up into here. If I reach in here with my right hand and grab this gun and pull it out, I'm just all messed up on how I need to shift the gun, change everything around and shoot. Over the top out of a scabbard is definitely a better way to shoot. All I have to do is come in and reach the gun with my right hand, thumb over the bolt, pull the gun out, and as I pull the gun out, let the butt of the stock rest on my forearm. That way I have complete control. I can pull it out, at the same time grabbing shells. I can drop that shell in, fire, and fire. That's a lot faster than me trying to get the gun out left, change it over to this way, then put the shells in. So it's a good to practice this, and you need to learn how to at least load two over the top. Now the guys that do this, that do grab the 4 and 6, they spend hours and hours and hours of practice, and you can do this if you have the time. But most of their shotgun belts won't be quite like this one. A lot of them wear the canvas belts, and they have they're real light leather here, to where when they come in to grab the shells, they can push them up and bunch the shells together and pull out 4. And this is called a diamond load. And they can grab 4, and then it's just roll in, roll in, roll in. 4 shots, the same as you do 2. But you need to have the right equipment for that. And there's several manufacturers out there that sell 4-shot shotgun belts just for this particular load. So it's good to learn how to shoot over the top, whether you're going to do it all the time or not. And that's what I've done.